Hey everybody, welcome into Star Wars Republic, our show about all things Star Wars here on the Arena Productions. I'm your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley. Burley, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How are you, Expat?
I'm doing good. Another episode of Star Wars Republic, the first one since we did the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, and of course, now we are going to be doing our review and discussion of Andor, episodes 1 through 3, kind of a quick overview and discussion of the 3 episodes. First, before we get into it, I just want to let everybody know that we're going to be throwing out spoilers as we discuss the episodes, as we discuss them briefly. So if you have not seen episodes 1 through 3 of Andor, please go and watch them and then come back and enjoy our review and discussion of the episodes. So with that, let's go ahead and start, Burley. So obviously we get in the first episode, we get Andor, or Cassian, of course. He goes to this one planet, Morlana One, I think, or is it Morlana One? I think it's Morlana One, right? Morlana One.
Morlana One.
Morlana One, I'm sorry, yeah. So Morlana One, and he's going to kind of like a brothel here. And what's interesting about this to me is I got Blade Runner vibes from the first part of the series here in the first episode. How about you?
Oh, I knew you were gonna say Blade Runner vibes.
Yeah.
when I was watching this and then rewatching some clips for highlights, because I watched these when they came out and then slowly watched them out, I was like, yeah. I knew he was gonna bring up Blade Runner. Yeah, I could see the Blade Runner vibes, especially here at the bar.
Yeah.
And I really did enjoy this scene, and what we learn here, because it's like, because when they announced that they're going to do a show Andor, it's like, okay, what is this going to be about?
Right. Well, we found out that the series basically starts 5 years before the Battle of Yavin. So 5 years before. So obviously he's out looking for his missing sister, supposedly. Yeah. But and of course you get these 2 Pre-Mor Authority security officers. They're being dicks, and then they follow him outside basically, and it ends up where he accidentally kills one of them, and then he executes the other one, which starts off the investigation of him. So what did you think of that part? The execution scene,
the execution scene. You could tell he didn't want to do it, and then he killed the one. And he's like, "I have to kill the other." The other guy's like, basically, "Please don't do it, don't do it."
Yeah,
don't kill me. But he's like, "No, I have to."
Right.
But the scene I really like that comes after is when they find out the 2 guards are dead. The one guy that takes his job way too seriously, like well above and beyond, goes to his boss and like gives them the data, and his boss is like, "No, we really shouldn't investigate this because these guys we don't pay them enough for this. We're here, they had money, they're in places they're not supposed to be. This is going to be a PR nightmare for us.
Right.
So drop this.
Right.
It's not worth going there because we're just going to cause more trouble than it's worth."
Right. Yeah, and then we get, and what I really like about these 3 episodes is we get flashbacks, obviously. So we get the flashbacks of, Cassian as a boy, and what's interesting about this, and of course, the first episode is named Casa, which is, of course, Cassian's, boyhood name. But he was in this, he was in like this village. He was like a kind of a villager. And it seems like this, I don't know if it was an Imperial, probably a Republic ship, maybe. But
I was going to say, I didn't see any Imperial logos on it, so...
Right. So it was probably a Republic, some type of Republic ship that was doing some kind of, like, scientific research or something like that, and it crash-landed onto the planet there. And so him and his tribes people, basically throughout these 3 episodes, are going to investigate, particularly in the first 2 episodes. They're like going to go after this crashed ship and to see what's going on there. And in the beginning there, it's like they didn't want him to go because he was kind of, one of the younglings in a sense, but he was able to to get with them and to go and do the investigating and all. So I like that kind of arc, that story arc, where you have, the adult Cassian, and then of course the flashbacks to his childhood, and then of course, the mother, kind of like the stepmother in a sense. We see her later, like in the third episode, and how she became his stepmother. But I mean, you see Cassian going to her, to her place, and of course the droid B2EMO. It's like, I like the beginning of the episode though. It's like B2EMO, he's like out there, and then that one like a little monster dog or whatever comes up and takes a piss on him.
And then does the little tase to it, a little shock to get it to go.
Yeah, but anyway, let's kind of move on here. So I in these 3 episodes, I really liked the settings that they showed. These like industrial type of planets, and these blue collar type of workers, kind of like factory type of workers and all. And even on the planet where he was a boy, it's like you see the Republic, some type of big, huge, like slab of land that was cut out because the Republic had been doing some kind of mining expedition there or something, But and then of course all of the droids, but of course the alien life, which is so much Star Wars, which I was really interested in seeing here. How about you, Burley?
Yeah, no, it's always nice to see which aliens we're gonna get in different things in the world, and it's nice. A small spoiler here. For these 3 episodes of Star Wars, you get no lightsabers. You're not getting stormtroopers.
Exactly.
It's nice. Yeah. So it's doing something different, which I really do appreciate.
We're not getting them yet when it comes to stormtroopers, but I'm sure. I mean, as the series goes on, yes, we're going to get them, obviously. But yeah. So anyway, I want to get to. I want to get to the security officer guy here that obviously, he's just bent over backwards to try to find him. And the team that he puts together later on in the episodes, I think it's in episode, like in episode 2 going into episode 3. I mean, these boneheads, man. I mean, they reminded me of like Spaceballs. I mean, it's just like, as you all see in episode 3, I mean, as they get to the planet and they get to where, Cassian is, I mean, they're just a bunch of bumbling idiots, most of them. I don't know. What did you think, man?
Oh yeah, the Spaceballs, the bumbling idiots, the assholes. For those of you that have seen the movie,
yeah.
But yeah, we got the guy that takes the job way too seriously. I love it how like it shows you how so out of touch he is compared to most of the other guys that he's working with. Because most of them are like, I remember they were tracking the one signal, and they're like, this is gonna take like 10 hours or whatever, and all this. And he's like, yeah, so go do it. Either you do it, or I'll find someone else that'll do it.
Right.
And then he's like, yeah, order. I want a desk here. Did I stutter? Get in there now. Just go. And like everyone's like looking. Oh, we're working for a crazy man.
Right. And then of course, Bix. I really liked her character, and then her boyfriend Tim, who basically turns on Cassian later on, as you see, I think later in episode 2 and 3. But I mean, Bix. I mean, I'm interested to see how this moves on as the series moves on. What kind of relationship does she have with Cassian? I mean, could she have been one of those tribes people as well? As we get farther into the series, I'll be interested to see.
I have my theory.
Go ahead, tell it.
She is not. I don't think she's one of them, but I think she is some. She is some race of humans or some alien species, whatever, that help them get off there and help them hide away. Because as you find out through these second and third episode, they're wanted for something.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to kind of like the second into the third episode. Obviously, we get Rael. I think his name is Rael. Yeah, and he is, of course, after what Cassian has. So basically, Cassian has this a Star Path unit, which is a very valuable commodity and what they really need. And Cassian had acquired that earlier on in I think it was in episode 1 or something like that. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, he's here and he's got these credits here and he's about to pay him and everything. And but basically he sees that he sees something in Cassian, and he's basically trying to recruit him to try to get him to join the Rebel Alliance to work with him. And this is right before, as they're in this like factory shop here, before the bumbling idiots get there and start to to have a firefight and all. What did you think of this, Burley?
I really like that, and I love that he's like, Cassian's doing his best just to be like, here, take this, sell. You want it? I'm selling it to you. Buy it and get going. Let's get going. And then I love that he offers him like, I will give you 1,000 more credits. You tell me how you got this thing, because he really wants to know how he does. And then Cassian agrees. He's like, basically, yeah, the Empire's all, hey, we're the Empire. You can just steal some clothes. You can just walk in if you know what you're doing.
Right. So they're able to get out of the abandoned factory and all. And then, of course, later on, as they get off the planet, at the very end of the episode, we see, of course, the flashback again. So Maarva, who's his mother-in-law, basically his stepmother, and her husband, Clem, they were scavengers, basically scavenging that ship when, of course, Casa had been there. And, of course, one of Casa's, I guess, tribes members, one of the leaders of the tribes members, she was, basically gunned down by one of the survivors. But then they, of course, killed the survivor with these, I guess they were like poisonous darts or something like that. Yeah.
I would assume poisonous darts.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, of course, then Maarva and Clem take Casa with them, because they basically believe that if the remnants, if this was a Republic ship, they would probably be after them and Casa would be in danger. So they took him, off of the planet, and that's where the episode basically ends. And that's where we are in, of course, the end of episode 3. So as we move into episode 4, I don't know if we're going to have any more flashbacks. We might. Probably will.
I think we'll get flashbacks throughout the whole series. Whether or not how much it's going to be, like, I'm sure there's going to be some episodes more and some with less. It all depends with what stories we're given. Like, I was very interested because when they said it's dropping, we're dropping 3 episodes, because I thought, okay, I mean 1 and 2, just because you can do a bigger story and have it 2 episodes, but 3 episodes.
Right.
So they took their time for this first little arc.
Yeah.
Just breathe and go across all 3 episodes.
Yeah.
And give you just enough with this world and with this character.
Yeah. So I mean, as we move on, I think, obviously Cassian's going to join the Rebel Alliance and all. He's probably going to be meeting Mon Mothma as well. And what happens to Bix? That'll be interesting. Maybe she joins the Alliance as well. We shall see. But I'm interested to know about what happened to his tribe's people, and what happened to those people on the planet there. Those villagers, if they do have any more flashbacks, I'd be really interested to see what happened to them. As for the security guards and everything, I hope they just leave it, but they probably won't. The head of that security guard group he's going to continue to go after them, and I'm surprised that Andor or Cassian didn't kill him. they just tied him up and gagged him, and left him in that one room. Whereas Rael was saying, kill him, get rid of him.
I think he realizes if he kills him,
yeah,
then all the guys that are following him will really are gonna go hunt him to the edges of the galaxy kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think of just tying him up, you've hurt his pride and all that. He'll still chase you because it's a pride thing and all that, and he takes the job too seriously and all that. Yeah. So I think it's just a safer bet. Just have one guy chasing you than a whole security company.
Right. So let us know in the comments what you thought of the first 3 episodes of Andor. So we're really excited to bring more of the episodes to you. Of course, episode 4 drops this coming Wednesday. So let us know what you thought of the first 3 episodes in the comments. Do you think Cassian's going to be joining the Rebel Alliance in the next episode? What do you think happens to those villagers? Casa's, of course, tribe. What happens to them? Let us know in the comments. We'd really love to hear from you. And if you like this episode and you enjoyed it, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe and the notification bell for when we drop another episode of Star Wars Republic here on the Arena Productions, as well as all of our other content. So I've been your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burlyman Gaming. We hope to catch you in the next episode of our review and discussion when episode 4 of Andor drops. So take care, everyone. Peace out.